it's Doris with All the Books, and I'm here with last week's reads. I have 4 more books finished. I had a great reading month in August, and we'll see how September turns out. I'm not sure what my mindset will be. I don't like to read aggressively every month or every week. Last month I really pushed myself, and I totally enjoyed it. And I hadn't intended to do that in September, but I'm kind of still in the mood, if that makes any sense. Or maybe I've just trained myself to be that way. We'll see. We'll see. You'll certainly find out, won't you? So yes, I finished A Glass of Blessings by Barbara Pym last week, and I read this with Mel from Mel's Bookland Adventures and Kate Howe. And this was a very, very fun read, a very fun group read. This was my first Barbara Pym. I've been very curious about Barbara Pym. I really enjoyed her writing style. It's very charming. And most of the secondary characters in here really captured my attention. The main characters didn't as much. This book, it centers around social context. It's written in 1958, so it's set, I think, a little after World War II in the UK. And yeah, just very, it was almost contemporary, almost. It was enough of a historical fiction read that I liked it. But it was on the border. I don't really read a lot of contemporary, and when I do, I like them to be, you know, just fluffy for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why that is. It's just my reading style, I guess. We all like different things. So yeah, this one centered around a married couple that weren't really having problems or didn't realize that they might potentially be. So, you know, I think it could be interesting. It's not a storyline that I particularly gravitate towards, but I think it was very interesting. Kate and Mel loved it, and I liked it. And I'm curious if you've read Barbara Pym. I'm debating on whether I want to pick up another one of her novels. I know that there was one, let's see, No Fond Return of Love, I think is the one I'm thinking about getting. What do you think? Let me know if you read that and loved it. And I haven't looked up the blurb. I'm wondering if it's more of a romance, a traditional romance, or what. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? So yeah. Totally fun, charming read. And then I finished Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. Yeah, I listened to this on audio. I am thoroughly enjoying these on audio. They are great on audio. Just very engrossing. And I'm surprised because I don't always do well with literary fiction on audio, but these just read like a little mini series, so very fun. So this is my third Jane Austen, but I'm reading my 4th now, which is Emma, and I love Emma. You know, spoiler alert for next week, but Emma is possibly my favorite. The jury's still out, but anyway, so out of those 4, 3 of which I've read and 1 I know the story and I'm in the middle of. This is my least favorite of those 4. Now that's not saying I didn't enjoy it, but in ranking of Jane Austen, there you go. So I'm just gonna go into cliche territory here. So Edmund, dear Edmund, is a stuffed shirt. He is such a stuffed shirt. And who's the chick in this one? I forget. Fanny. Fanny learns I mean, she probably is a stuffed shirt by nature too, but she definitely learns how to be the very best stuffed shirt from Edmund. And she's also a limp noodle in many ways. So yeah, they amused me, and I was just shaking my head through most of the novel. Very predictable ending. It went exactly where you expected it to. And I will say that I did like that Fanny stuck to her guns, and she was right. She was. And I was confused by what the big deal was about the play. That never, you know, made sense to me. But anyway, I did really enjoy listening to this, even though it was my favorite and I thought it was quite silly. But yeah, there's just something about a Jane Austen novel that's just very interesting and entertaining. So definitely enjoyed it. And then I finally finished East of Eden by John Steinbeck, and I recorded a 15+ minute ode to how great this book is and all its strengths, and I probably don't need to go on again here. So check that out if you are interested. I left a review a day or two ago, and this is great. Completely a 5-star read. Just briefly, it's an epic family saga involving two families between 1860 and World War I, and spanning the continent from the East Coast to the West Coast of the United States of America. And it's just a great, great literary fiction work. Great, great. And then I wrapped up the week by finally finishing The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. Her Triple Crown Hugo Award winner. Yes. These are, I would say, true SFF in that they are both science fiction and fantasy. So just run the whole gamut there of the imagination. A brilliantly composed story, very timely in that it really gets you thinking about climate change and the human impact on our environment. The characters are fascinating, and it's a book that's very confusing. The trilogy is very confusing. I found it very confusing and hard to figure out. It's written in both first, second, and third person perspectives. It's hard to figure out what's going on. But it's purposefully so, in my opinion. The author intended that. It makes it more of a puzzle. So just fascinating. But you know, plan on using your mind and being confused and being okay with that. And this is definitely one that I could see myself rereading in a couple years. I think that I will understand, I mean, obviously, so much more by knowing what happened, and then I can go back and, you know, all those confusing things will fall into place for me. But totally worth it. N.K. Jemisin is just found her stride and done great things for the genre. I really do believe that. So that's what I've got, and hopefully I will be back again this week. It's been a slow start, but you never know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will be back soon. Bye.